Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. So I was making my tea and I overfilled it. So that was a very slow walk from the kitchen I just did. So sorry about the delay. I'm like carrying it with the paper, with the towel and everything. Yeah, I didn't have the voice on for the moment while I was carrying my tea, but I thought that was pretty funny. So there we go. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Heart of a Hobbit. I see Loftshire Hobbit has joined us. Good to see you, always, as always. And I know there's some folks in the lurking side also, so good to see you all on the lurking also. So glad to have you here. So, all right. Well, over a full tea aside, I hope everybody's having a great day. I know it's going to be funny when I try to take my first sip. I'll probably go out of camera to be like, you know, try to make it work. So yeah, let's see. Now, actually, yeah, I'll probably start. I'll go ahead and start here. How's my window? Let's take a look at the window. 7 days. Okay, so we're good there. So it's when I first log in, it's kind of like one of those things where I'm like, okay, check all the details, right? Like, how long do I have on my window? And like, how long has it been since I checked the crates, which I was just there like an hour ago. And it had been, I still had another 3 hours or something like that. So no, we won't check them yet. But I did get myself over here to the 21st hall, so full of all those dwarven folk. So let me show you where I'm at, actually. Let me zoom over here. And actually, let me put my fast feet on, because I'm a hunter and I could run a little faster than that. Hello, Lord Zakvora. Good to see you there in the chat. So when you're a hunter or traveling in, or any of that really, you come in. See, there's the milestone. So if you come into the 21st hall by the milestone, that's right there. The stable master is over there, and if you come in by hunter, it's like over here. So there's 2 ways you can get to the skirmish camp, which is basically behind all of this structure that we're looking at, behind all this scaffolding. And so, oops, let me push all the buttons. Push all the buttons. You could run around that way, or you could run around this way. So we're just going to run around this way. And yes, I'm not on a mount because they don't allow me to use my elk here, and we'll have words with those guys later. So I see it just right, Sandy. Hello, all. Good to see you. And George Dielanar asks, hey, what resolution are you playing? I don't know. I can tell you in the game I'm playing, okay, custom graphics, but it should be very high. I like playing on the highest that I can if possible. So full screen resolution, so 1920 by 1080. Is that the question perhaps you were asking? Hopefully one of those answers your question. Hey, Lord Zach says, nice scarf. Thank you. It's my Doctor Who themed scarf. It's actually, I based it off of the colors, from Osgood. There's an episode, I was going to say recently, but it's not recently anymore. But there was a character, and she had a Doctor Who scarf on, but the colors were slightly different, and so I based my scarf off of her scarf colors, so yeah, it's pretty awesome. Oh, George says, yeah, thank you very much. You're welcome. So yes, so this is my fun scarf. So Dame Hypatia, if I didn't say hi, hello to you. I see you there. All right, here we go. I'm going to try and take a drink of my overfull tea. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. Okay. Success, no spills. Eventually, I'll be able to just pick it up, right? Take a drink. Okay, so yes. So we're here in Moria. What's my mail? Daily Utteridge wants to talk to me. What up, yo? Daily Utteridge of Winterhome. Oh, hang on a second. Greetings from a friend. Sure, what you got? Oh, it won't let me have it. I've probably done... I think it might be the one where they send you off to get... yeah, good deeds at Yule time. I think that's the one where they send you off to go, where they say thank you for the presents. That might be that one. Oh, speaking of, I have a bunch of stuff in here. So over the Yule... Oh, yeah. Hey, it's still doing it. So right now, the Hobbit gifts are still Yule-themed. Possibility of being Yule-themed. So every day you get a silver for free. And so I've been coming in every day, even if I'm not playing, and just popping in and grabbing the silver present. And that's why all these pots here are piling up. So let's go ahead and grab that. Copper scraps. Okay. I was kind of hoping for a Yule present. I love the Yule presents. Let's see. Also, I'm getting plus 5% virtue because I'm on difficulty 3. Hey, I want to test something. We've got a few minutes. So we're going to do Ill Omens together today. And B4 is going to join me, but he is busy for a second. But I want to go test something. So because I'm on plus 3 on the difficulty slider, I get plus 5% of virtue experience. What if I was like higher? Does that matter? I'm curious. Like, what if I'm on heroic plus 2, like the ridiculous high? So let's try that.
What do you need?
Is it the same? It's plus 5% virtue experience earned. Okay, so here's the reason why I wanted to do that is because, let me close that for a moment. I have those virtue pots here, and so like if I take this one and it's worth 50, and then I got a bonus 3 for using that, and that is helping out my virtue experience, because this is the character, Rose and Bloom, that we're playing here on Laurelin. She's the character that I bumped up extra high. I used a Valar and took her from the 90 something that I was at, so it's kind of funny, but up to 140, and then we quested up to 150. So now she's at max level for the server, which means I can do the delvings, which is something we were kind of excited about doing, and pretty much anything else. But I also am way behind on a bunch of her virtues, because I like to max out all the virtues, because you get, for the virtues you have on top, you get their ability at the top. So like for the example, this one here says I get plus 1,530 agility, plus 3,609 physical mastery rating, plus 2,593 critical rating. But then there's a passive bonus of 722 physical mastery rating and physical mastery rating and tactical mastery rating. Each one of those gives an additional 722. Okay, so, and that one is this one, Determination, with a little sword next to it. So the ones with the sword next to them give that passive bonus of physical and tactical mastery, and that's what the max is right now, is the 722. But if I look at one that's not maxed out, that also has a sword, this one says 133. So you see, there's a huge difference as you're working on maxing out these virtues. So all the sword ones have the physical and tactical mastery rating bonus, and then the ones with the little shields have maximum morale bonus. So that's also really nice. So right now I'm earning Innocence right here, because it has a shield. Although I suppose I probably should work on, let's see, one of the ones I'm using. Well, that one's maxed. That one's maxed. I probably already maxed them. That's why that one's maxed. Oh, Valar isn't maxed, but it's also a sword. Yeah, that's why I picked Innocence, because I want to work on the shields, because I want to get that additional passive morale. So, for example, okay, so here's the one I'm earning on. So if I do another potion, I got 158 plus 150 plus 8. So let's see another one. Boom. You can see how it's going up like just a little bit there, but it's totally worth it, because boom. See, now I've gone over to the next level. So now that maximum morale went up. So that's what one of the things I like to do is I like to try and pay attention to that and get more points in there if I can. Oh, this is a dangerous thing, isn't it? There we go. Ooh, yay. So let's go ahead and finish these off, because there's no bonus virtue weekend coming up that we know of. The new schedule hasn't been posted yet by Cordovan, so we're kind of running blind on that. But hopefully, I think he said something about wanting to have it done by the end of the month. Don't quote me on that, though. Oh, fall immunities. Okay, I used to think those were kind of dumb, but then I was in a situation where was I? I can't remember now. Maybe it was Moria, where like falling down happened a lot. And so this was great. So I just kept these really handy. And then every time I would go to fall, I just pop one of those, because it immediately removes the injuries incurred by falling and protects from future falling damage for 90 minutes. Bandages do not protect you from death as a result from falling too far. So yeah, if you're going to fall too far, you're out of luck on that one. But if you are going to fall and survive, it means you don't take those damages. And that's really kind of handy. So I do have a restoration potion plus a gold winter gift of a wintry sconce. That's nice. And I have enhancement runes plus a silver gift of Yule's past. But I don't think those come with the other thing. Here, well, let's go ahead and open my shared storage. Do I have room for these things? Let's find out. I've got 20. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this because I'm wondering if it also has virtue. Nope. It didn't say it did, and I was pretty sure it didn't, but I thought I'd check. So, all right. Well, I went ahead and opened up that rune, though, and that popped it down here. And I think I have a legendary item stuff bucket here. So let's just throw those in the bucket. And then this is the Yule selection box. So it's going to look like this. So I could get a birdhouse, the tome of the present bearing pony, very cute, a winter tree, a Yule wreath, hey kitty cat, a chandelier. The Yule chandelier is quite nice. It's got little candles on it. Evergreen wall decoration selection box, Yule Fest theme, tome of the Yule tree horn, but I already have that. The hobby horse, I already have that, and the snow brawler, the training. It's a training dummy that looks like a snowman. It's really kind of funny. I think I might already have that though, so we don't need. Okay, so I'm just going to put those in my housing bucket, and we will pick from that probably next year. Oh yeah, see, there's my training snow brawler right there. I've already put them away. And then this one is the wintry sconce. We're just going to put that away too. And then combat, we're going to drop those in there. And landscape skirmish token. So this landscape skirmish soldier token, what that is if you're out here in the world, like the normal world, and running around, well, let me find some place I can use them. It says you can't summon them here, and I wonder if it's because it's such a low level area. But let me see. I'm just gonna drop this down. Let me try. Where can you summon them? Does it say on there? Anyway, basically, you're out running around in landscape, and you just click on that, and it summons a soldier to run around with you, just like you can in the skirmish. So that can be handy, like out on landscape, if you need a little extra help. And I always forget to use it. That's my other problem. You know what? I probably should just consume that. Oh, I've got 13 of them. Oh, never mind. We'll just leave that stack there. Nobody cares. Okay, so that's a little bit of that. Okay, so here's the other thing. Oh, Dame Hypatia says, I love the hobby horses. I know, they're cute. I find that I actually enjoy riding the ponies more. I like to be able to match the pony to my outfit. So I end up using those more than I do the hobby horses. So, and Pamela says, I love Rosen's outfit for this. Thank you. I wanted her to have something still cold weather, you know, long sleeves and all that. And she does have a scarf, actually, that I tend to wear, you know, as she's running out and about. So there's her with the scarf as well. But, you know, for adventuring, the scarf might get in the way, so we'll just take that off. Plus, I was over at the Hobbit market yesterday, and it's in Mickeldalving, and Mickeldalving's warm enough, you don't need a scarf. So I went ahead and took that off. Oh yeah, Sandy says, seriously, those work on landscape stuff. Never knew that. I know there's some restrictions, obviously, because I can't summon it here, and I don't know what the restrictions are, unfortunately. I'm sorry, I wish I could give you more knowledge there. We'll dig into that more later on, perhaps. Okay, so here's another thing we're going to do. So we're going into the skirmishes, and we're going to do it as a duo. So our landscape difficulty isn't going to apply there, I believe. Or does it? On a 2-person, it might. Okay, you know what? We're just going to leave. Okay, I'll go back to level 3.
Stay a moment.
Because that allows for
What do you need?
your small fellowship to possibly get tokens. So we'll find out if we get tokens or not while we're running around. So what happens, what's the deal with this, is this landscape difficulty guy here, this hardened traveler, he can make it he can make your life more difficult. And you can choose to do that, which is what we've done. Well, I think I went ahead and put it on 3 because I think that's the one where the fellowship is more likely to get tokens. Yeah, at fearless difficulty, up to 3 members of your fellowship may earn tokens of heroism during battle. So what does this mean? So this guy will accept these tokens of heroism. Actually, hang on, before I check that, let me see if I actually have any on me. Hero. tokens of heroism. I have 48, so I should probably spend some of those. So when you have them, as I do, you can come to him and he has 3 tasks with a regular one and then a tier 2 and then a tier 3. The best is actually the regular, and then the next best is tier 3, tier 2, and then the worst is tier 3. Blah, blah. So here he's like, bring me these tokens of heroism. So he wants 10 of them. Excuse me, and he's going to give me reputation on the path of valor. That's his reputation path. And then he's going to give me 3 heroes marks, which are the barter tokens I need to barter with him. So, sure, I will do this task for you. So I turn that in, and I just got 300 reputation with him and some of those tokens for the bartering with him. All right, so I still have probably enough to do tier 2. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up and turn that in as well.
What can I do for you?
Now, why is this even a thing? It's mostly for fun. He doesn't, I don't think, have anything that you can use. Well, he's got some potions of morale. Restores 10% of max morale and 10% of max power. Okay, so he's got those 2, which are kind of nice. Everything else, though, is pretty much fun and silliness. So there's the shiver emote. You can get the epic shiver emote. There's the succumb emote. You can get the epic succumb emote. Let's see, there's epic resist, epic salute, epic lecture, epic roar, epic coin flip, and epic hero pose. And you need to have reputation with him in order to be eligible for being able to purchase these. So that's the epic shiver emote that Affodil is doing over there on the side for you. If you want to, here, do it again so people can see it if they weren't watching the first time. Yeah, the epic shiver. Oh, sorry, epic succumb. There we go, epic succumb. Wait, oh, I thought that was the epic fall down one. Yeah, that was epic succumb? I was thinking of dramatic defeat. Dramatic defeat is hilarious. Do you have the epic shiver emote? Yeah. Do I have any of these? Yeah, see how she's all turning blue and there's like frost all around her and stuff? It's kind of fun. So that's what these tokens are for. You can buy these emotes with this guy, and then you can then get the thing. So if I want to barter, it says my standing is too low. Now I could raise my standing by using some of these bartering tokens to buy reputation token from him, so I can boost up my rep. So then I can buy the emotes. So it's a whole thing. Anyway, he has levels. So you'll see his difficulty ranges from 0, which is normal, which is what you come in on when you're starting a character. And then you can go to him and choose, 1 adventurous, 2 daring, all the way up through fearless and into heroic. And the highest difficulty is heroic plus 2. So that makes things more difficult on landscape. They have more resistance against you. And I think maybe they hit harder. Does it say what they do? It does not. It doesn't say what the monster buffs are on here. But as a reward or compensation for that, you get plus 20% experience gain on your monster kills. Doesn't matter to me because I'm at maxed out at 150, but I'm here for the tokens. So one of the reasons why you might pick a level, so I've picked 3 because up to 3 members of your fellowship can earn these tokens of heroism. If I'm just on like 1 or 2, I can earn them, but they're not necessarily going to drop for her, and so we try to help each other out with that. Once you get into number 7, heroic, then that allows members of a 6-person fellowship to all potentially get the tokens, more likely to. Okay, so I'm going to stick at 3 for right now. And then, actually, there's a skirmish camp right over here. All you need is a skirmish camp to get into the Ill Omens stuff. So shall we go over to the skirmish camp, check it out? All right, let's go see if we can find our friend Netta over here. I assume she's at all skirmish camps. I just know where she is at the other skirmish camp. I mean, I would think she'd be here. Maybe she's not everywhere. Well, I do know she's at South Bree, and she's at the 21st Hall. Hey, Aaron Bard, good to see you. He says, love the Doctor Who scarf. Thank you very much. I also like it. Sure, we'll go to the 21st hall. Okay, so I'm going to take us to the 21st hall. We're in a fellowship, so that'll be fine. Your pony will not be able to be used in the 21st hall. Oops. Hey, that's the other dwarven place. That's Thorin's hall. Hang on. A little wacky hunter humor there. This is why I'm glad that the hunter travel doesn't cost anything. Because I sometimes do that. It's like, whoops, wrong place. I know, I'm just running over. I'm silly. So yeah, I made the Doctor Who scarf, but I didn't want one as long and as heavy as the original. So I basically got the dimensions of the original, which is roughly a foot wide by like 14 feet long. So it's like a 1 to 14 ratio, 13 to 14 ratio. So thanks. So that's what this one is. It is actually that same ratio, but done much skinnier, and so it's got the 1 and then 2. It ended up being actually a little bit longer than I had intended, but that's okay. I mean, that's very much in theme of the whole Doctor Who, isn't it, really? So, Aaron Bart, I think you missed it, but I said this is actually in the Osgood colors, slightly more than the original or any of the other Fourth Doctor ones. Yeah, but yeah, it's still very iconic, and I have it fun. Do I know the story behind the making of the first Doctor Who scarf? I do. So, for those who are not familiar with this story, basically there was a woman who could knit, who was part of the crew and the costuming, and they were like, hey, we want a scarf for our main character, and they gave her a crap ton of yarn and said, can you make a scarf? So this is where it becomes obvious that there are people who knit or crochet or are used to making things, and people who aren't. And so this person who gave the yarn over was not, and had no idea how much was needed to make a thing. And given no direction, she was like, oh, I guess I am to take this and make a scarf. And so she started knitting and kept going until she used all the yarn. And so that's how that scarf came to be. I think it's pretty funny. Because yeah, you can imagine, like, I don't know, if you were somebody who like makes tables for a living or something, or knows how to make tables, and somebody comes to you with like a tractor trailer full of wood and is like, make a table, you'd be like, okay, I guess I use all this wood, and your table would, like, fill a meat hall. So it's a similar idea, I think, in my head. I think it's pretty funny. So, all right. Why do I have a remote quest? Oh, tasks at hand. Right, sure. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk to the person here, Netta Pinleaf. She is the bearer of Ill Omens. So she's the one you want to talk to. She's going to be your quest giver. And then she's also who you talk to about turning in the tokens that you'll get and bartering with her. Yes, and Aaron Bard says, and now it is iconic. It is, right? It's fantastic. I love how these things come about. And now people all over the world wear very silly, multicolored scarves that are far too long. I was at a board gaming event this weekend, and I saw another woman who had a multicolored scarf. And so I caught up with her at one point and asked her about it. And yes, it was also a Doctor Who scarf that she had made, that she had knitted. This one is crocheted. And that she had done in different knit styles. So like she's got cables here, and then she's got like a waffly pattern here, and like straight stuff here, and it was really cool. Each section was a different style, and I thought that was really clever too. So okay, so we're gonna talk to Netta, and the skirmish assault, strongholds of the free people. So this is what today's assignment is, as it were. Aaron Bard asks, what distinguishes knitting from crocheting? So crocheting, you use a hook, just a single item, and it has a hook, a pointy, hooked part on the end. So you grab the yarn, and you are like, you're basically just looping yarn into itself. So, see if I can do this on the fly. So like you grab the yarn and you pull it through, and you grab the yarn and you pull it through, and you grab the yarn and you pull it through. So that's how, yeah, maybe. And it makes, there's a lot of different things you can do with crochet. But yeah, and it's a lot of times, and crochet, just because of the nature of how what you're doing, it tends to be thicker. For example, I have this blanket that I made with crochet, and there's a lot of different looks going on here. So I've got, and it actually, I made it, it's this direction. So it's got like, crochet tends to be kind of wacky. So we've got like little things where I went, did some here, did some there. We did some things where it's like little poofy things. I did some things where it's like a little bubble. There's a lot of different crochet stitches that you can do and that are kind of used on a regular basis. This is kind of upside down, but like there's a fan over here where I did like, you stick one here and then you do it, here, let me see if I can point to a better one that you can see easier. So you do like, attach it, attach it, attach it, attach it. So you do a whole bunch of them in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the same spot, make a little fan. This sort of thing is easier to do in crochet. Knitting, you're using 2 needles, and they're just pointy, no hooks on the end. And you generally have the yarn stays on one of them, and then you are putting the yarn through. So, but you're sticking the needle through too. So you stick the needle through the loop that's on the previous one, and then you throw the yarn around it, and then you pull that yarn through as if you had a hook, basically. And it then moves that from here over to here, adding another layer. It reminds me of typing. Do you remember how you used to type and then you'd be like, and then you'd go to the next line, and then you type some more and you'd go to the next line? That's kind of what knitting reminds me of. So, okay, let's see. Sandy says, crocheting is usually considered easier to learn, or was it for me? I started with crocheting. I have dabbled in knitting and it never stuck. And I tried crocheting, before actually taught me crocheting, and that stuck. And knitting has come like 8 years later. So I also found crocheting easier than knitting. Before points out, usually they look pretty different to an experienced eye, but there's a yeah. So knitting tends to have that V. This is a terrible one. This is really, okay, hang on. You can't see, that's far too. I'm using a yarn that's got a lot of color in it, and it makes it really hard to see. So this is knitted. Let me see if I can stretch this a little bit. So there's like, you might not be able to tell, but there's kind of like, see how there's V's that kind of stack on top of each other? This is classic knitting, where you're just going across and you just knit, 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 knit. And that V, I know, it was upside down, sorry. But that V, and then they stack into each other, that is big time knitting. You'll see, if you see that, it's probably knitted. Not always, because as before points out, there's a technique called Tunisian crochet, and you can do Tunisian crochet in a number of different ways, depending on where you pull the loop back through. Okay, so when I was talking about crocheting with the hook, remember I was saying you like grab the yarn, you loop it around, and then you pull it through. And Tunisian crochet is kind of like a hybrid between knitting and crocheting, because you grab the yarn and you keep it on your needle. You don't finish it. You keep it on your crochet hook. So you go across, putting a whole bunch of stuff on your hook, and then you go back, taking it off your hook, kind of like knitting in a way. So it's a hybrid, but it's definitely crochet. So the way you pull the yarn through on your way back can make different patterns. But for us, we love Tunisian crochet because it makes that V pattern if you do it in that particular way. So this is actually crocheted, but it's made to look like it's knit. Let me show you. This is actually, I made 2 scarves, and before I liked wearing both of them, so he recently just put them together and make one big nice thick scarf. Which has been great because we've been getting really cold temperatures around here lately. So you can see how it's got that V going on, but this is actually crochet. It's wacky. Yeah. So this is nice and thick and warm. So this, the Doctor Who scarf I'm wearing is actually done in what's called a linen stitch. So for anybody who crochets, it's just a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1. And then when you come back on the next row, you do the single crochet where the chain is, and you do a chain above where the single crochet was on the previous row. And it makes this really fun kind of stacked, not quite V, but it makes a really nice, it keeps the colors together really nice. And also just, it happens to give it a lot of stretchiness. So like, it's got a lot of stretchiness to it, which is kind of fun. This is actually wool that I used. It's it's in the bag on the floor. I took I got way too much. I thought I needed more than I needed, so I ended up buying multiple skeins of each one because I was afraid I'd run out. So I have this much left over, and I used about like this much. But I used, if anybody is curious, I know, right? I should make more. I used Durable is the brand name, and this one is the Socks Tweed, and then I also used just the regular solid Durable brand socks, not Tweed. Funny thing is, they're the same size, but they're not. One is slightly bigger than the other, and so I used a different crochet hook on the smaller ones to get bigger, and then the smaller hook on the larger ones to get smaller, so they kind of matched in size in making the scarf. So, yeah, so if you ever are making any of this and you want to know what did I do, I'm happy to share. Yeah. Yeah, Pamela says it looks amazing. I love the tightness of the looks of the V's. It looks really warm. Yeah, the scarf that he ended up with is pretty neat. It's so squishy too. Let's see. So Ginger, hey Ginger, good to see you. Your ex-son-in-law made you a Doctor Who scarf that was 1 inch wide by 12 inches long, or feet. Oh, sorry. 1 foot wide and 12 feet long, and you're 5'2", it's not a good fit. Right? I am with you, Ginger, and that is why I was like, I'm making one that's 10 centimeters wide, and then 10 meter, no, and then, what's centimeters, what's the decameters, 10, so it's 10 centimeters, and then, oh yeah, it's like 10 centimeters wide and like a meter long, is basically what it came out to, is what I was kind of aiming for, I think. It turned out longer than I meant to, but it's okay. I do have my notes, I think. I took a lot of notes, let's put it that way. And I think all my notes are online. I do use Ravelry. I know some people had trouble when Ravelry went from their old skin of the website to a new, marketing, new version. And that Ravelry's response to that could have been better. But I found that I personally haven't had any issues using the site, and I find it's really useful to have all my information in one spot. And I appreciate a lot of what they have done. So I haven't felt, I did like not use it during the time of like the big controversy, but I find that I find it really useful. So I'm back, and if people are still having troubles, I will happily message them on your behalf, though, and be like, hey, my friend can't use your site, and it's not a joke. So, yeah. So cutting classes, hello all, hope you are doing well. Yes, thank you, doing well here. Yeah, Ginger, I wish you could like shrink it somehow. That would be awesome. So yes, I love my little mini Doctor Who scarf because then I can wear it like around the house and I can wear it when I'm out, and it's way more comfortable because I get headaches if I have too much weight on my neck. So a proper Doctor Who scarf has never been an option for me. So I was like, well, what if I made a smaller one? And that has worked out. That has worked out well. I know I'm tempted to make more of them, but I don't need more of them. I would just have to find people to give them away to. And I never feel like my stuff is perfect, and so I don't want to necessarily like, I don't know, I wouldn't want people to be like, well, I'll pay you for that. I'd be like, yeah, but it's got imperfections. So I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. So before points out that, yeah, classically you'd wrap the scarf multiple times around your head to get it off the ground. But Tom Baker was 6'3", so he did have it a little easier for the classic scarf. So, oh, Dame Hypatia is using the classic Ravelry skin. Awesome. I'm glad that's working for you. Aaron Bard loves wide scarves because you hit a cold snap and took the temperature down. Yeah, actually, where'd the orange one go? Did I move that or did you move it? Aranya. I also like wide scarves because what I do is I like this one I made, and I made it a lot wider because I like being able to kind of drape it across my shoulders and then down my arms. So if my arms are cold, I can like kind of spread it out and then just kind of drape it across there. So I'll do that sometimes, like even at home or whatever. So this one is actually my go-to scarf pretty much everywhere I go. I probably should get washed sometime soon, actually, because I've been wearing it pretty much nonstop for the last month or two. So there we go. So it's like a shawl, but it's a scarf. I love that. So, oh, Druid's Fire interrupts to point out there is a Lotro letter to the players. 2024. Oh, that's exciting. There's going to be some good news in that, I bet. Oh, that's exciting. All right. Well, we'll take a look at that maybe in a minute. I don't know. I kind of want to get going on the Ill Omens because we're still standing here. And, like, you know. Okay, so let's see. Yes, Persian flaws, as Aaron Bard says. Yeah, I know it's like that old. It was the old Greek legend about how, you know, you want to make sure you always put a lot of actually. Civilizations have that, where you want to put a flaw in your work so that way you're not like pretending to be one of the gods. Okay, cool. Druid's Fire points out that we can use exclamation point letter once the German and French versions are up, and then we'll be able to pull up that link anytime we want to here in the in the chat, so that'll be cool on this server, on this channel, I mean. It's from Orion, just in case anybody was curious, and they have a winter Q1. What their plan is Q2 spring, quarter 3 summer, and quarter 3 autumn. So they have things listed out there, but that also includes things like anniversary, spring festival, like the normal stuff also. And then it's actually sparse on words. So, okay. So it's an image with a couple of paragraphs, and that's about it. Let me see if I can share it like a drawing. Nope, not that. Nope. Oh, I used to have it on here, but I don't know where it is anymore. I'm sorry. That's okay. Well, I think I'll just leave it because I don't want to spoil anybody either. So people can go and take a look at that at their leisure. So, okay, cool. Sandy has a quilt that's over 100 years old. One of the squares is obviously upside down, a purposeful flaw in many old quilts. That's awesome. Cool, there we go. Before we'll dig into the letter at the beginning of his stream. So if you don't want to spoilers, read it before his stream, which is after mine, or, you know, look away at that time. Okay, let's go ahead and dig into the skirmish. So the way that Ill Omens works is every day you come and talk to Netta, and there's one of 4 groupings, at least is the way it used to work, and I'm pretty sure it's the same, of Ill Omens. So today's grouping is called Strongholds of the Free People. You have to have completed the skirmish intro, where you go and you do like Defense of the Prancing Pony and in that South Bree one. I forget what it's called. So basically, you have to go and make sure you've done the intro to the skirmishes in order to do these things. Each day has a cluster of these skirmishes. So today's skirmish is the Free Peoples, those strongholds of the Free People. So we've got like, you know, Fort Gondomar and Siege of Gondomar. We always just go Fort Gondomar when we're doing that skirmish. So yeah, and there's like a cluster that is takes place in Moria, and so forth. So for the Moria one, you have to have gotten to that point in the storyline that you can actually get into those particular skirmishes. So do keep that in mind, that that's a thing you'll need to do. So yes, thank you very much, Druid's Fire. I appreciate you jumping in and bringing that to our attention. That's super. Okay, so yeah, so B4 is going to look at that while we get into this. Okay, so I'm going to pick up this assignment from her. So she's saying that she has heard tell that the harbingers of the dead have been spotted near several strongholds of the Free People. So let's get out there and stop them. So that's what we're doing. So we're going into the skirmish just like a normal skirmish, but near the end, usually, there's going to be a harbinger of the dead. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so I picked up the quest from her, and that gave me the skirmish, complete skirmish assaults across Middle Earth. So we've got a skirmish, Ill Omens. We've got this defense, the strongholds of the Free People, which contains that list that we were just looking at. Now, she will point out in here that at the bottom of this paragraph of red text here, it says you only need to complete 4 of the 6 listed quests today to advance this quest. Okay. So let's see, is there anything else to talk to her? Now, if you forget and you're like, man, where was I supposed to go again? I can't remember, I don't know what's going on, or you don't want to pick it up until you know, you can click on her thing there. She says, where are my efforts needed today? And she'll have the list of those skirmishes listed there also. The other thing you can do is you can click on her and she has your barter items. Hello. So once you have some of these tokens of Ill Omens, you can come to her and trade them in. There's some cosmetic pets, there's some cosmetic, there's a cloak, a couple cloaks, the hooded version, the regular version. There's a consumable thing you can do on people. And then there's some portents, which are really nice. And those you can use in battle. They're repeatable, they're yours, they're an item. And it basically gives you a bonus of something when you click on it. So this one is like plus 20% damage. And that lasts for 15 seconds. But it does have a 10-minute cooldown, so you can't use it again for quite a while. Hey, Kato. How you doing, baby? Oh, there we go. A. Arthur also mentions, as I was kind of alluding to, that the Moria ones require specifically Volume 2 unlocks. The Mirkwood ones, that's another cluster, require more Volume 2 unlocks. So you have to get even further into the story. But then the other grouping, the 4th one, is the Rift of Nerz-Gashu, and that is unlocked at the beginning of Volume 3, says A. Arthur. Now, also he notes, and I didn't actually mention this, that the rotation, where it starts, I think the rotation order is the same on every server, but which one it starts on and then goes from there is different on each server. So right now, Evernight today is on Treacherous Wilds instead of the Strongholds cluster that we're looking at here. Okay, so now we are ready to get going. So we're going to basically, okay, yeah, Dogs points out that, yeah, Evernight had this one yesterday, had this Strongholds, which means tomorrow we'll have what Evernight has today. You know, so it just kind of rotates to the next one in order. But the order that it starts on, when it starts on, might be different. But you're just going in a circle from one to the next. So let's see, who's the leader? You're the leader. We're going to start with Defense of the Prancing Pony. Oh, we still have our, yeah, we'll try it. Difficulty 3. We'll see if we get any, yeah, we'll see if we get any stuff.
The inhabitants of Bree have spent the occupation.
Aaron Bard says, why would the devs set it up to rotate like that? You mean to be a different one each day, or not be the same on all the servers?
Burn them out.
Oh, hey, let me call out my skirmish person, as we discussed, skirmishy people. Archer, her name is Archer. I should change her name. not to be the same on all servers? I don't know. Maybe so you don't hop server to server and do the same thing every day? I'm not sure. Hang on, let me rename my archer though. Hey, rename. She's gonna be Hey Archer Una. Because I find that funny. You're getting B4 started early on his programming stuff. Okay, so here's our people. We need to talk to Second Watcher Heathstraw. There he is. To get this party started. Sure. I guess I should probably eat some foods while we're standing here and get some buffs going. Telerian says perhaps they use the start time of the server as the set off. Well, it's just interesting because they would like turn them all back on at the same time, like run right after the other, I would think. Oh, but the servers didn't exist all originally on the same day, so maybe... Yeah, it may be tied to something like, you know, what the server thinks is the day of its numbered day. Okay, so basically we are defending the prancing pony, as you can see here. And we are attacking people. We're apparently on easy mode. Because we don't have our difficulty level, because it's on small fellowship. And on small fellowship, so that's 3 people, it removes your landscape difficulty. Oh, that's quite a group of people, though. Got a bunch of them with them. You know another nice thing about doing these skirmishes, because if you come in and you're doing them like every day, you end up finding a lot of those, not encounters, lieutenants that take a while to go through to get all the deeds done. Oh, here we go. A cawing screech comes from the south. That's just a plain encounter. Alright, so we have a bird. And what else we got? We got these guys over here. Hey, cadet. Did you want to come sit on my lap, please? Yes, she does. I don't have quite the lap set up for her. Yeah, she does that. She's standing on the cable. It shouldn't impact me too much because I try to have a little bit of slack in there. But yes, now there's a cat on my lap. Hi, honey. Yeah, Telerian, I think I like your idea. Perhaps they did it on purpose not to bore people playing on multiple servers. It's interesting because I know they, what was it? There was something else that was tied to server, like a timed thing, and sometimes it would be different, and just because that's when they turn the servers on. Oh yeah, like the maps for the Tanglewood, the corn maze. Those aren't the same on every server either. Some are on day 1, some are on day 4, and so forth. So I would be curious to find out if it's the same sort of staggering as that. Oh hey, let me shoot these guys. We have some bread to pick up. Yeah, it might be attached to the same underlying code basically. So like, if this is on day 1 for this, is it also on day 1 for Tanglecorn? Probably. I would bet they're connected. Hey, Arthur says, Heathstraw's a wimp and has a tendency to die before the Harbinger is defeated. So we've got to keep an eye on Heathstraw, make sure he doesn't get himself in more trouble than he can handle. Alright, we got another encounter done. Tillian says, what? A new hobby? What? I haven't picked up any new hobbies. Ooh! Alright, y'all can spoil me, that's fine. So, oh, okay, so Druid's Fire got the letter thing sorted out, so all the letters are available in French, English, and German. Cool, thank you. All right, Talarian, tell me what you found about a new hobby. I want to hear the details. Did they say what the new hobby is going to be, or just that there will be one? I'm hearing additional hobby, but not a specification as to what it is. Well, now we get to theorize. Stamp collection. Okay, so here's something I thought was, there's a couple of missed opportunities, I think, in the game. One is when there's all those pictures. Oh, watch out, it's a frigid squall. Sometimes those can take you out. When the new Angle of Mythithel came out, there was something about collecting paintings, and then you collected like a blank canvas. And I thought, oh, is this gonna be a new hobby where we can like learn how to paint? I thought that'd been pretty cool. Like you just learn different little things, and maybe you learn objects or colors or something. I thought that'd be kind of fun. Another missed opportunity I thought is, and this is not related to hobby, but in Rohan, when we're at Middlesead, and there's like a storyline where there's two brothers and they won't evacuate because they're fighting over their dad's house, their deceased dad's house, and they're like, I should have the house. No, I should have the house. Should we go ahead and attack this harbinger? Here's our harbinger. So this is our harbinger of the dead over here in the corner. It is Moldrot the Pale, and they are, oh, we got it. Okay, no, our other rival. Sometimes we'll do this, where we'll go ahead and deal with the final battle, and then go deal with the harbinger. Because that way you're not fighting them both at the same time. Cool. All right, so don't talk to Heathstraw. No, we're gonna go take it. We gotta take out this guy's allies first before we can take him out. Ready? Oh, there's a torchbearer still. Oops. We don't want to forget about the torchbearer. Okay, now we're good. Let's go get him. So yeah, he's got a decreased 90% decreased damage until you can take out his allies. So you'll notice that his shields went away because we took out his allies. He's a nasty little thing. He's down there. What the hell? I better keep an eye on that. Ooh, stop it. All right, cool. And then I put a trap down on. He's also a chest, so make sure you click on him. So, Token of Ill Omen. Interesting, we had to roll for it. That's weird. Normally they just get them. Alright, so let's see. We both acquired 2 Tokens of Ill Omen, and then there was a final one that we rolled on. How weird. I don't remember that being the case, but whatevs. No big deal. But that's how you get those tokens, is from defeating your Ill Omen. Okay, so we're done. Good job, us. So anyway, so yeah, so you're dealing with these 2 brothers who are like fighting over this house, and they're being stupid. And so the guy who's trying to get everybody to evacuate is like, can you just go deal with this? So you go into the house to see if you can figure out anything. And there's like a puzzle in a way to sort, and it's like, you know, go find this, go find that, go find that. And then at the end, you go open the chest, and there's a letter, and he's like, hey, whichever one of my sons has figured this out, good job, you now own the house. And if this is neither of my sons, and this is somebody else, now you own the house, because my sons are stupid and can't get over, you know, battling each other long enough to actually, like, own the house together. So you end up, like, with a title writ of the house. And I thought, Rohan housing coming out, like, I just assumed that would convert into a writ for Rohan housing or a house or something, and I was like, oh, missed opportunity there. So yeah, as before says, I was disappointed with that didn't result in a free premium Rohan house in Edoras. So yeah, okay, so the new hobby Let's see. For 2024, our approach is providing more content and an additional hobby to continue your exploration and enjoyment of Middle Earth set for summer. Thanks, Talarian. That'll be fun. I think that would be really fun to have a new hobby. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be great. Let's see. Arthur says, note that if you kill the main skirmish boss before the Harbinger, you don't get credit for the Banisher of Ill Omens deed, which counts how many total Harbingers you've defeated. Interesting. I didn't know that. Cool. And also, Dogs points out, now, Lotro Stream isn't me. I'm actually at Low Redhead, but run it as Tier 3 and you get double tokens. That's fair. I don't think we're going to do Tier 3. I don't know. I don't really care one way or the other. What's that? Okay. All right. So, let's see. I do have a deed bestowed. Frigid Squall Slayer. Yeah, okay. And Deathmongers. Okay, anyway. So do you want me to take us to Thorn's Hall, or are we good? Okay. To turn off our difficulty? Okay, we're thinking about turning off our difficulty, and then we'll run it at Tier 3 for the double tokens. So why not? Yes, Rohirrim daddies are savage, says Pamela. If none of you people are coming for the house, then screw you all. Okay, so we're going to drop it down to normal, yeah?
I'll speak with you
Okay.
moments.
Which means we're not going to get any tokens, but that's okay. We get tokens another time.
What do you need?
All right. Now, it's giving me a notification. Let me explain this real quick. So it says completing this quest, turning it back to normal, will permanently prevent the completion of any difficulty title deeds, those you are pursuing now, and any you may want to pursue in the future. So I'm going to say yes to this because I am actually doing the difficulty deeds on a hunter that I've been playing on the difficulty since my hunter started. So basically I think I got it at like level 5 or 6. So me turning it off from this hunter is no big deal because she's not going to earn those titles anyway. Okay. Oh, thanks before. Yes, that's my streamer handle there is Lil Redhead 42. Okay, ready? So, Arthur says you're running the skirms on level? I think so. I don't know. Affandil's the leader of our pack. Boom, boom. You have to run them on level or within 8, or is it 7? Within 7 or 8. We're gonna say 8. Your level -8. Okay. Everybody agrees. Pick a skirmish. Oh, we don't need to go back yet. Meh. We can do the skirmishes from anywhere because it takes us in. Yeah. Okay, so we're doing Tier 3 and level 142, size duo, and we're doing Thievery and Mischief.
While war raged in the south and the
So let me
rangers of the
call out
north were
my-
absent, brigands and
Archerina.
ruffians took an opportunity to
Hey,
wrest control
Archerina.
of Bree.
Doom, ba-da-doom, da-da-doom, ba-da-da-doom. So what's this one? Is that oh, that was trail food. Oh, darn it. All right, here's the cooked food. I don't have proper food for this character, so I'm just kind of working off of some old food that I have. It's like level 121. That's okay. It's fine. All right. We're going to start with this guy. Ah, it didn't finish him off. Interesting. All right, cool. And then we've got a Deathmonger over there. Give it a turn. Okay, yep, Dogs also mentions that, also confirms what Leaf4 and Agarther have said, which is, Dog says, yep, it does, -8. Mykin is doing daily raids at 142 Tier 3. So there we go. I always forget whether it's 7 or 8, and so I'm like always nervous if we do it at -8, because I'm like, what if it's wrong? Then I'll be sad. I'm gonna get this little thing. I'm gonna get out of line of sight. There we go. Whoa, knocked me out. No bueno, mister. I suppose we ought to maybe, like, hit the same thing. Oh yeah, B4 points out that if the enemies have green names, you're good. Okay, fair enough. We're getting shot at by somebody else nearby. I was worried about that. Alright, this leech warden is no bueno. Yeah, we've had some good adventures lately. We went to Berlin recently. That was cool. Met a fellow Lotro player, and we went and looked at yarn together. That was awesome. And what all did we eat when we were in Berlin? We went to an Indian restaurant because I have food allergies, and Indian food is really great for celiac stuff. There's a lot of Indian food I can get that's gluten-free. So that was funny. So we went to Germany and had Indian food. And then the other one was Indonesian, was it? Vietnamese. Oh, that's right. We went to a Vietnamese place. So that was just kind of funny. Like, we go to Germany and didn't have any, like, traditional German foods necessarily. On the other hand, I eat a lot of stuff here. A lot of the food in the Netherlands, I figure, has some, I mean, it's regional, regionally similar in some fashion. Not entirely, but I have been eating a lot more like wurst and sausages and that sort of thing here than I did in the U.S. So, I figure that works. Oh, it's your favorite. It's the Wretched Falconer. He hates the Wretched Falconer. Because you can only, so the way the Wretched Falconer works is he's got, you can't, well, I don't know, can we do any damage to him? Let's find out. Put their trap going. Does it do any damage to him? It says it minus 100% damage, but I feel like we've managed to do some damage to him, like, in between rounds, but it does say absorb. I think if we're, like, super over-leveled, we end up doing damage to him, but anyway. Alright, so the dealio is that he's just sitting there, you know, lots of health, doing his thing, and the Crabanes that he sends out, those are what were his health goes down. So you have to wait for him to send out a bird, and then you take out the bird. And every time he sends out a bird, that reduces some of his health. This is an encounter. Sorry, I was switching over to endurance stance for a minute because I was just letting this guy just keep throwing things at me, and my health was going down low. So I switched down to endurance stance, and then you can use quick shot. And you can just do quick shot a bunch of times on something, and you get health each time. So you don't necessarily do as much damage, but you can get some health back, which is nice. Yes, Indian and Vietnamese classic cuisines of Berlin. Oh, what? I just did all my stuff, and I went to hit them, and like they walked out of turkeys. Hi, get back here. Little butt. Dame Hypatia Sock Madness is starting soon, where the signature food is Dutch stroopwafels. What is Sock Madness? This sounds interesting. Is it like a knitting thing where you make socks? Or is this a sports thing? What is it? Those keg masters, by the way, you gotta watch out for them because they'll drop those kegs like that thing we just saw there, and it can do a lot of damage. If you're playing on difficulty and you get that Eye of Sauron on you and there's that explosive effect, it's basically the same effect. It can be pretty, kind of nasty if you're not prepared for it. Sock Madness is a speed plus accuracy sock knitting competition. That is so cool. I love it. I've actually been thinking about that. Okay, so I did buy a couple skeins of yarn in Berlin because we went to a yarn festival, so of course you have to buy something. But I was quite good and only bought 5 skeins, so that I didn't feel that was too bad. And they were all like on sale of discounts. I bought 2 from one place because they were 12 euros instead of 25. And then I found another stall, and she was selling some stuff for like 12 euros, and it was normally more than that. As it turns out, and so she had 3 of those that were the same color, so I went ahead and bought those, and they're kind of like a paler orange than this. So I have some yarn from a different scarf that I was a part of, a make-along, where basically everybody's using the same yarn and you make it together at the same time. So I did a scarf make-along at one point, and I have some yarn left over from that, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. I still don't know how to know what I'm going to do with it, but getting that yarn, the 3 skeins that I got from the second lady, it looks of a similar size and feel and stuff, and so I think that would work out well together. Yeah. We're going to drag some things back here so we don't end up with a lot of stuff. Priest of Vengeance you have to watch out for because they will assign somebody to basically get these spinning swords around them, and then they have like 100% reflect. It's really nasty. Hunters can take themselves out with one shot. Hang on, I gotta poison the fridge. Okay, we're just gonna grab some stuff back here. You're pulling stuff in. Well, Dame Hypatia, I'm gonna have to look that up because that sounds fantastic. But so I was thinking I want to learn how to knit socks. That's like something I've never tried, and I want to learn and try that. So, okay, so in this particular skirmish, your harbinger is over here. Again, we've got a similar sort of thing where he's probably got 100% immunity. There it is. Oh no, he's immune to stuff, but 50% to all ratings, 100% morale, and 100% to all damage. Oh, that's the skirmishing thing. Never mind. Oh, there it is. 90% negates 90% of damage. So that will keep going until we can get rid of his ally and possibly the arm. What's the arm got? Is it also the same? This creature is mad, attacking enemies at random. That's true. That thing's annoying. Yeah, I think if we get rid of the arm and the white, then Hadhun's stuff goes down. Okay, oh, and there's another white over hiding behind the trees. Okay, so here we go. Before it says, stroop waffles are getting international recognition for being tasty. Yes, indeed. Waffles are tasty. No doubt about that. I'm gonna put traps down and deal with some other stuff. Okay, now he's vulnerable. I remember that they're like twinned as well, and I can't remember which one was worse. Was the arm worse or was he worse? Maybe the arm is worse. Yeah, I think the arm is really slow, but it has some really nasty effects. Like it knocks you out, it knocks you back. It does like, I can't remember what it does. I don't think you can fear it. I'll try, see what happens. Yeah, no. Oh, it has a fear effect. Oh, there it goes. Oh, dang it. Oh, no, 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 don't run me into other things. Okay. It can, so that's what it is really annoying, is it can make you run away, and then you run in and start another combat, which is less than ideal. Okay, cool. We got rid of the arm. And there we go. I got a new deed, Banisher of Ill Omens. So you're right. Having done the boss before we did the harbinger in the last one, did prevent us from making progress on that deed. So that's sad. Oops, fell right off the rock. Oh well. I was gonna shoot from the top of the rock. That was pretty cool. Hey, kitty cat. What's up, baby? Okay, cool. Let's see, dog says, does the arm share HP with him? I don't think so. I don't think that's the one. I think there's a different one. That does sound vaguely familiar, though, when you say that. And before it was doing a lot of area damage, though, so that helps. Oh, anyway, so I've decided that I really want to not buy any more yarn until I can use up some of the yarn in the house. So that's my goal, because so the other person that we, the other Lotro player that we hung out with that weekend, she's like really good at like getting yarn in and then using it as fast as she brings it in. I'm like, how do you do that? That is not a skill that I yet have. Yay, we got Gortusk. That was an encounter that we needed for this place. So, but I'm not as fast a knitter as folks who've been doing it for much longer. So that is part of it too. It's a pretty classic thing of you got to practice in order to get faster. So that's what I've been doing, is basically I'm just making things, picking projects that I want to do, excuse me, and then making things, and hopefully that'll help me get better. Yep. Yeah, Aaron Bard says it sounds similar to the book lover's quest, not buying more books until you read more of what you have. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Dame Hypatia says, I did buy 3 nice skeins last weekend, so yes, yarn buying moratorium here. I understand. I keep thinking I will catch up, but then, nope, I keep buying more before I catch up. It just, some of it though is reasonable. Like, there's been, oh, I forgot to click on the harbinger. Was there a chest to click on for him? Let's go back. We'll be back. What was I saying? Oh yeah, okay. So sometimes though, I want to be flexible enough to, like, if there's an opportunity that appears, you want to be able to take advantage of an opportunity, right? Like, that's important. Oh, let me check my general chat and see if I got, what did I get for, it was 2 and 2? Daffodil got 2 twice, and I got 2 once. So I wonder if it just automatically rolled again or something. Oh, there it is. Oh, I see it. I did get 2 a second time. Okay, Daffodil got 2 and 2. I got 2 and 2. Neat. All right, I'm going to talk to Heastra. Okay, I'm not going to talk to Heastra. Okay, I'm going to talk to Heastra. Is it gone? Okay. We had to double check that we got the chest. It's like a little Laurel and Hardy going on over here. Our little vaudeville routine. Yeah. Oh, anyway, so the second lady that I bought from, turns out she dyes all of her own yarn, and she always sources her yarn from like ethical places, places that treat their animals well, that sort of thing. There's a whole thing about that. And then she dyes using almost all stuff that she grows in her own garden, the plants and stuff for the dyeing, and so that was kind of cool. So this is all stuff that I'm like very much a fan of, and so that was neat to just kind of happen upon it, really. So I went to her website and I learned a lot more about the kind of work that she does and the stuff that she has. So that was neat. Ooh, thank you. I mean, we could drag him with us, maybe. The wretched falcon. Maybe. Will he follow us? Yay. There we go. He's... Oh, no, he's not. Oh, I thought he was ready. No, he's still not done. I even got my back to him and he still hit me. Little turkey. Alright, cool. Now we can go claim Hyacinth's house. But then we're probably going to get a counterattack. I think it usually comes from this way. Yep, there they are. Dame Hypatia dies with Easter egg colors and Kool-Aid. Okay, we gotta watch out. There's a priest of vengeance here somewhere. There it is. So if we can take it out first, that's a good goal, because then it doesn't have a chance to apply its benefit to another thing. Because when it does that, it's alright, cool. The counterattack has been defeated, so it's safe for us to press on. So we follow this dirt path along here. And we're going to find some more goblins. Sorry, hardy Gramsfoot Rager. Why does Gramsfoot hate us? Oh, I got damage on me. Let's see if I can clear it. Yeah, good. Or I did, or you did. I'm not sure. Having a healer in the crowd is always nice. Okay. Nice. So that one's been cleared, so we're claiming that, and then there will probably be a counterattack. Alright, he's going to help us defend the Smalls. Yay! Here comes the counterattack coming down the hill. Getting their attention, grab them this way. Let's see, we got a deathmonger up there. Deathmonger. What does a deathmonger say? Alright, cool. We got our counterattack. And now we press on to the next house area, which is over here. Healer, my power! What if I don't? As a venomous blood arrow, we're going to take him out first. Now we'll get this little Gramsfoot here. Affadil too. That's your ally. Where's Trina? Come back over here, honey. Right. There we go. Just in case, we got Archerina and the tall elf healer mixed up. Where is it? Oh, there he is. Oops, we're still fighting something over here. Who's fighting? Affadil 2.0. It says 2.0. OH. That's funny. Hey, but Dame Hypatia, don't you worry about the colors fading when you wash? When you wash the stuff? Because doesn't it come out? Oh, we got a growl echoing from the West Farms. Should we go find our encounter? So this one is interesting, not the encounter specifically, but the whole skirmish, because it's like, it starts in the night, and then it's slowly getting lighter as you go through the skirmish. So you notice like the sky starting to turn red, and it wasn't that way before, because that's what it does as it goes through. I have a cat on my lap, if you couldn't tell. Hi, baby. Yeah. Is Archerina on her way too? Okay, good. Oh, there he is. Let's see. Toya Bella says hello. Just saw the roadmap for 2024. There were a lot of interesting things there. Awesome. I just took a quick cursory look. I didn't actually look in detail yet, but I definitely encourage everybody to go take a look. That sounds pretty awesome. Oh yeah, if I can do, what was it? Exclamation point letter. We'll go ahead and put that in the chat so people can pull it up if they haven't seen it yet, or if they wanted to take a look and didn't get around to it. So see how the sky is like, yeah, turning more purpley and pink over here. So I think it's kind of cool. It's a nice little touch as you go further through the encounter, or the skirmish. You know, the sky gets more and more. So Dame Hypatia says they fade a bit, but light is worse than washing. Oh, light makes it fade faster. if you don't use aggressive 10 SIDS. What are, oh, like to lock the colors in? I've thought about dyeing. It is something that, I don't know, I find it interesting, I find it interesting in dyeing. I love the way it comes out and stuff like that, and how you have so much control, and but I mean, you have control over the colors, but again, you don't, because nature just does what it does, and that combination, it intrigues me, but I don't want to get into dyeing with like all the chemicals and stuff where I think that'd be a bad idea to be doing stuff with all the toxic chemicals and stuff. So I definitely don't want to do that. Oop, we got stuff down here. Eastern hillside has been cleared. The banner may be claimed for the free people. Oh, which means we're probably going to get a counterattack here then. We'll just wait here before we head down. Yep, here they come. Across the hillside. Ooh, there's a bunch of them. Let's see, Dame 550 says, I'm so looking forward to this second Hobbit. Ooh, cool. Yes, Loshire Hobbit, go look at the new letter. I took a brief quick look, and it looks, it doesn't look like there's as much verbiage as there have been in previous years, though. So I'm hopeful that it's tidy, like, you know what I mean, like easy, like there's, what they do say packs a punch. Where are you heading up to? Oh, we have an encounter somewhere. Okay, cool. I missed it, sorry. Before it says we have a chat command, which is death count, which is how many times has the current streamer died on stream. We don't have die count, D-Y-E. How many times has the current streamer died something on stream? Or how many times have we talked about it? We need a fiber count. How many times have we talked about fiber arts in the chat? Min Data Pack says, what do they mean with the kinship stuff this year and a new hobby? So without any specific details in there, we don't know for sure, but these are things that they've talked about for a long time. So a new hobby will be something that's not fishing. Now we don't know if it will be also related to fishing or if it's something completely different. I'm guessing that as the year goes on, they'll give us some more details as they're putting it together. Oh, see, look, the sky just got lighter because we finished that up. Oh, we have a Draknock behind us, or Drunok. We should take care of him. Yes, the harbinger of the dead has appeared. Thank you. We just got alerted. And, oh, Archerina's taking care of this warrior. That's fine. You do that, sweetie. Good job, Archerina. I'm so proud of you. Fortunately, I am too, and I want to see who does harbingers. So let's see. Loshire Hobbit says her character should reach level cap this year. She just finished in Laswin in the Gale Lands and Erebor. Awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, there's a lot of storyline I haven't actually done. I was commenting the other day that, oh dear, that's not what I was commenting, but we just got a lot of stuff. We got a Zealot of Pain. We need area. Awesome, thank you. Like that is perfect. All this fuss and trouble, I'm going back inside and not coming out until you have this taken care of, she says. That's great. So we have a Stormkeeper. They're a little nasty too sometimes. There we go. Dower hand. Okay, so kinship stuff. I don't know if there's any details in the letter. I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm guessing there's not a lot of detail. If somebody else wants to post in the chat what the detail is, that'd be great. And while I clear this thing off me. But basically, there's been a lot of talk over the years of trying to find ways to make kinships more robust or be able to work together or, just somehow make it more useful to the players kinships themselves and how to do that. Like, can a kinship have more than one kin house, for example? Like right now, you can only have one kin house. You can only have, just one. And it doesn't matter whether it's a premium one or a regular one, you can only have one. So are they going to change that? You know, that might be something. Or, let's see, kinship quote. Thank you, Lashire. Outside of the expansion, we intend to make some crucial changes to the kinship system, expanding the role, importance, and value of kinships. Okay, so nothing specific. Fair enough. But yeah, these are things that they've definitely talked about in the past. My guess is we're going to get an interview with Severlin, who's the executive producer for Lotro, on Court of the Rings. So Cordovan is the SSG community manager. He streams here on Fridays at noon Eastern time. Man, he just knocked out your 2.0. She got over it. Anyway, so Cordovan streams here on Fridays, and he does a lot of the news and stuff. So my guess is this Friday, he's going to be all over this letter, like Cordovan himself will be talking about a lot of the details. And then my guess is that really soon, maybe even this week, who knows, he would probably have Severlin on as a guest to talk about more of these details and people to ask questions and stuff. Now, it depends on how ready they are to, reveal some of the details, or if they want to kind of hold back a little bit. Sometimes it's worth waiting to make sure things are going to work before you give too many details, because that's always annoying if you're like, yeah, I'm going to do this and that, and then you try to go do it and you're like, wow, this is not turning out like I had planned at all. And then people are really excited about things that never come to fruition, and that's really annoying. I've been there. Yes, that's true. Before it does say, hopefully they sorted out some of those details before the letter went out, though. Okay. So Lashire says, still got the letter open. Thank you. No, that's great. I love it. Let's see. So Pomel was asking Lashire about the Sissa character that they're working on leveling to cap, and that character is on Click Hollow. Now Dogs points out, I like how fishing now has a purpose for cooking high-level foods. Yeah, that is nice. So it would be cool. You okay, baby? Yeah. He's like, no, there you go. She was kind of flopping around on my lap a little bit. Yeah, it would be nice if whatever the new hobby is also can be related to something. I mean, yeah. Like fishing correlates to, gives out some stuff for cooking.
The Dower Hands have forged an alliance with the Blue Crag Goblins.
I don't know.
And have laid siege to Gondomar for nearly 2 weeks.
What I thought would be kind of cool is if the painting was a hobby, and then you
launched.
could like hang it in your house. If you could make housing items, that'd be kind of cool. All right, here's Archerina. So this is Siege of Gondomar. So this is the one where, let me see if it's on that. Oh, well, not exactly. Here, I'll just go ahead and get us started. Let's get this party started. So, he's like, Gondomar has been a free city for as long as I've ever known. The Dowerhand wish to take your homes and slaughter your families. Dude, really? He says, not today, we shall stand and we will fight. Okay, so basically, we're going to have folks coming from there to the west, and then also from the south and from the north. So enemies are on the march to the north, so we pop over there. So there's a couple of dwarves that are already over here helping to defend. Well, usually there are. Maybe that's, usually we've got a couple dwarves over here helping defend. Oh, they had to listen to the speech. Now they're coming over. Okay, there's our dwarf helping defend. And they're on the march from the north. So they come up this kind of winding way. So you can actually start to attack them before they can get up to the top. Sometimes it's working. New deed, through Queenslayer. You can tell we haven't done a lot of skirmishes here on Lowland with these characters. To the south. we go over here. Yes, a bread queen. Oh, interesting. I got disconnected from the chat, but I should be back. Here they come. So if anybody asks me, okay, I think I saw the last one then. Yeah, painting with dyes. That'd be cool. Ooh, I just got some reputation with Thorin's Hall. Nice. Oops, I missed what it said. Which way did it say? To the north. And we have a lieutenant. Oh yeah, you can see there's fire happening over here. Oh, that's interesting. V4 says, I'm rooting for landscape painting like in Takedo, the board game. In that game, basically, you're traveling along a path, but you can choose where to stop along that path to do various things. And one of them is to paint, which is you paint a landscape. And so you like can stop at this location and you get part one of the picture, and then you stop at one on the further along, and you would then pick up part two. So each time you stop at the landscape spot, you pick up the next piece of the landscape. So over time you end up with this lovely little painting. And there is actually in Takedo, there's 3 different paintings you can collect. And so you can have like a short one that's like 3 cards long, and then a medium one that's like 4, and then a longer one that's 5. But it's really lovely. It's got like, you know, water and fields or mountains and streams, and yeah, it's cool. It's nice thing. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, so you could get like paintings that would extend and make it bigger and add to the image. Oh, we gotta go down and get that dang chest, sorry. So this was an encounter, so he's dropped a chest that has a flag in it, and then you have to bring it up here and hoist the flag. Not here? Oh, not Northgate. Okay. Oh, we've got a battle happening in the south? Oh, we do. We have a priest of vengeance going on here. Oh, yeah, nice. All right, so now we're gonna go finish that south encounter, which is basically, I think Affodil went and picked up the flag, yeah? Okay, cool. And then you have to touch the flagpole and hang the flag. And then I believe they come back. Yes, they will not allow the north flag to fly. Where is he? There he is. He's a-coming. Enemies are on the march to the south, so after we shoot this guy, I'll finish this guy off while you run to the south. Awesome. New deed, Siege of Gondomar. So all these encounters are possibly the first time I've encountered them, because I have not been doing a lot of skirmishes with this character. This character, I mean, her and her sister basically just spent all their time chilling out and doing festivals for leveling. Well, I leveled because I was doing festivals, I should say. It was not necessarily intentional, but I didn't stop it either. It was just, you know, happening basically. So when we're like, hey, I want stuff on that legendary item reward track, it's like, oh, we've got to find some legendary rewards to do. Okay, just completed Brigand Slayer. Which one is it? Deed completed. Arid Lewin. There it is. Select deed. Cool. There's, unfortunately, in the early days of Lotro, there's a bunch of deeds that have the same name, and sometimes a deed will have the same name as a quest. Back to the west. So Deed Tracker, which is a plugin that I use, can't necessarily, you know, confirm 100% that it knows which one it is. So that's what V4 has done, is created that disambiguation window that shows up. And just, you know, clarifying what this word is that I'm about to say. It's a long word. And so then you just figure out, oh, okay, it was this one, and then you click on it, and then the deed tracker can mark it off for you. No, when it comes to long and complicated words like that, I have a tendency nowadays to kind of spell it out a little bit more, because we often are hanging around with Dutch people, and you know, a word like that is one, not something a Dutch person would use very often, most likely, and so they're not likely to be like, you know, it's not going to roll off of their tongue, let's put it that way, which means it might not enter their ears so simply either. You know, it might be one of those where like, let's give them a little bit of assistance on this word. So I tend to do that nowadays. To the west. Oh, there's none left. West again. Oh, is he way down there? Ah. There we go. Yeah, shoot at you. I like my little archery now. We fight. Good job. Oh my goodness, another one. Goblin Slayer for Eredluin. There we go. Thank you. All right, you've defended against, where'd it go? Go back here. You've defended against the second assault. There are a few short moments to gather your breath before the next arrives. So, this is not where we go up top? I guess not. Oh, we got to push back the third assault first. Okay, back to the west. Oh, right, we got to keep an eye out for the harbinger. So we want to make sure we do that before we go up top. So the harbinger is actually going to appear very close to where we are. It's going to appear, yeah, right there where Affodil is jumping. So here's the west area, and then here's the south area, and it's going to be in between those two. Cat just got in the box. There's a box that we got. Oh, she's back up. Gosh, like a month ago. Usually when we get a box, the cat, particularly Kato, is like, "Yeah, I'm all over this box business," and she'll check it out, and she'll jump in and out, and she'll play in it and whatnot. But then eventually she gets bored with it, you know, and then we recycle it. It's like, cool, box out of the house. That's kind of like the general life cycle of a box in our house. But man, we got this one like a month ago, and she loves it. Like, she climbs in there, she plays with the sides, she'll sit in there and all you see is her head, and she's watching everything that's happening around her. She will fall asleep in the box. There was like a day recently, maybe like a week ago, where I was like, I don't know where she is. And then she just popped out of the box. I realized that she had been in the box, asleep. Totally missed it. Yeah, so we're keeping that one for a while. She likes it. So fun. All right, I'll work on this bearer of light if you want to grab that flag. What's up with he's looking at you? There we go. Aaron Park says, all my cats do with boxes is commence shredding. Did you plant the flag? Or I'll do it. Oh, missing required key. Oh, I can't do it. You have to do it. All right, Affodil wants to do the fight to the south and then deal with that flag. And the north. I'm gonna go north while Affodil goes and does the flag thing. All right, encounter update. The horn of Agi, where'd it go? Gatebreaker echoes through Gondamon's courtyard. The west gate flag shall not stand for long. Wait. There we go. Cool. They have tried all three gates. The next assault will surely be the final, yet most brutal one. And there's our harbinger. So we're gonna go attack the harbinger, I assume. Let's do it. Work on this white here in front of me. And then our black song, Berlin Black Song is here. Hello. I think he's spreading a malaise around the area. But thankfully, he won't be doing it for long. There we go. Sweet. Check on him. Alright. Nothing left there. We got stuff coming in. We're supposed to go to the top. Yeah. These are the things coming in, and how you get right to the top. Uh-oh. We gotta get up there and save Matthew, because if he dies, then we'd lose the skirmish. Alright, who's he fighting? Okay. We gotta protect this guy. Is he back up to health? Eh, he's like, he's half health. Yeah, he's getting there. Oh! Avadil has tokens of Ill Omen cat. I don't think I do. That's interesting. How do you... Oh, because you got 2 one time. I didn't. Alright, we've got... Where'd that red dot go? Now, we should be getting a dragon at some point coming in. Not here yet. So yeah, this doing these skirmishes is also really good for your slayer bees for that region. Lieutenant of the enemy has joined the battle. Yeah, our cats don't do a lot of like box shredding or scratching of the furniture, things like that. I'm really grateful for that. They love that tower back there, and they will scratch. It's like made of scratching posts practically. So they definitely enjoy that. Ooh. So the Daywalker Berserker is he's immune for the first. Dude, seriously. Just sit down for a minute. He is stunnable, which is great because he is immune for the first like minute after he shows up. So now he's not immune anymore, and I can start whacking. But you can stun him and get him to stop hitting you, which is, you know, nice. 2 arms. Thanks, Archerina. We got a deed bestowed. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so are we having dialogue? Yeah, Matthew, today is the day you and Gondamon fall to the dour hands. Drake, come to me. So this Drake is coming on down. We have a... Where's the big bad guy? Stand on top of something? I don't know where he's at. He's around here somewhere. He's yapping. Oh, there he is. There's the bad guy. Gondamon will be mine. To battle. Alright, so first we gotta take out the dragon. The dour hands will never rule Gondamon, says Matthew, strolling around the location. Alright, now we can attack the big bad guy on the side. You think you can stand the heat? I think I can stand it. Hit you with a belt there. There we go. The city on Gondamon, the siege has been broken. The city and Matthew, their leader, are safe. Cool. And then these are the folks that were here. There was an elf here and a dwarf here, and so they're back and like, yay. Okay. So, Gondamon is safe. Dun, dun, dun. All right, we need to pop over the 21st hall because she is maxed out on tokens. Yeah, Sandal says, I hate those daywalkers. I like to daze them with the lore master, right? Yeah, so that's what I like to do also. Not daze them with the lore master, but to daze them or trip them. I have, I've gotten tripwire for my character, so yeah, I use that. Sorry, I was just looking to see if I have a goat handy. A lot of times I'll stick a goat on my bars just because if I'm in a dwarf place, you know, their obsession with goats. But it looks like all of the mounts that I have currently on my bars are like Ice Flower Steed, can't ride that here. Elk of Flowing Silver, can't ride that here. That's okay. I'll just run over. It's cool. I don't mind. All right, Netta, what up, yo? So I can turn in. Actually, let me look at my barter items. So currently, I have 14 out of 40 of these tokens. So I'm gonna talk to Netta, and
just a moment.
she's like, "Very good. That ought to keep them away from these folk for a bit, so we can finish the wrapper that we have with her." And now I have
What do you need?
16 tokens. So not enough to buy anything or do anything, but hopefully in the future I will have enough. I think maybe we did it with Adamantia because I don't think this character's done any of these before. I could be wrong. I don't think so. Now the bats, the bat whirls there. You send a colony of bats to the person, and it's a consumable that you use on another person. So cute. So, Vitabalm, the white tree. Nice. Very nice. Excuse me. So that's the Ill Omens. So I wanted to make sure we had a chance to take a look at that and everybody got a chance to see how that works. So we came to Netta. She gave us a quest asking us to do, to go and do skirmishes off of a particular list and defeat the harbingers that we found in those skirmishes. We did that, and then when we defeated those harbingers, that gave us these Ill Omen tokens, which we then can bring back to her and use as a bartering item. So that's how the Ill Omens thing works. Hopefully that's clear enough. You want to set aside a little bit of time, obviously, to go and do skirmishes, as we did. And then also that gave me a event wrapper, which is this skirmish Ill Omens, and I need to complete the skirmish assaults quest. The wrapper, the daily that she gives us, I need to do that 10 times in order to finish this, and for that I'll get an Ill Omens treasury, which has a token of thanks for teaching the dead to stay that way. It says contents will vary based on your level. Then there's a tracery token and some virtue experience. So she doesn't give you any additional tokens for finishing that event wrapper, but she gives you some other goodies. Okay, so I was thinking I might wrap it up here. I do. So, we'll see if there's anything else we want to take a look at. So if you have any other questions in the chat, definitely drop that there. I was thinking I might run over to my house real quick and see if those crates are ready. So let me do that. So I've gone ahead and created a shortcut key for me here, which brings up my housing list because I have a few of those. And I want to go to Floodside Road. So I'm going to travel over to my house. I have 2 of the Lindleby houses here on Laurelin. I also have 2 on Treebeard, and they're not the same houses, but they are similar. So this is the house where I have a lot of I've been like collecting critters and food. So we've got like hedgehogs, we've got the shrew mouse, my chickens are over there. We've got some food over here, some food over there. We've got a little picnic area with a little cook fire going there. The only problem is I can't move the things much more. So like if I do like this, if I look here, so this produce table is in the middle of the huge yard hook, and it will only let me move it so far. Like that, it says no. If I move it this way, that's fine. So I can put it in the road if I wanted to. If I move it this way, I can move it towards the house. But if I move it over here, that's a no. So I can't move it any further than like this. So, which means I would really need to move the whole picnic area over, but it's as some of those items are as far as they can go. Because I remember there was one of them that I couldn't move it any further. Oh yeah, the modest cook fire can't go any further. It's like, it's as close as it can get to the road already. So yeah, I don't know. Makes me wish I could move stuff, just like they would have the hook, but then I could move it anywhere within my sphere. That would be nice. Hey, but oh, check this out. I got this thing though. This is cool. I got one of these Dockmaster skiffs from the Umbar area. So check it out. You click on it, and here comes a Dockmaster. Check her out, man. This lady's got like a mohawk going on. That's pretty cool. And so the Dockmaster can get you to the Buckland boat travel place, so that's convenient. King's Crossing, some places in King's Gondor, but I haven't been there yet. The Lothlorien docks, but I haven't been there yet. Halrax and the Shield Isles, and Umbar Bahar Bell in Umbar. So it's cool. It can get you to a lot of like some really handy places. So I was thinking, so I've got her over here because I thought it would be fun to put it in the water, but it won't let me put it in the water. So I was thinking about moving it closer to here because there's water here. It probably won't let me put it in that water either, but then it would be kind of near the front because, so I like having her at the front. That's fun because she's kind of like keeping an eye on things. But then having this conveniently located because this is a travel item. So if you just click on it, it will send you off to Umbar. And then I have another travel item. This one takes you off to Cariscalebrin, basically, that area. So I thought, it might be handy to have the boat a little closer to the front when people are coming in, because like if I phase in, I phase in over here, and like the ingredient crates are right here, so that's really handy. Oh, and they can go ahead and get picked up. So let me do that, because it's a 22-hour cooldown, so I want to go ahead and get it when the cooldown, begins. Get that going. Okay, so I was thinking maybe what I might do is rearrange things a little bit, because I like having my animals a little bit more clustered together, but that would require rearranging a little bit here. But I could do that. Like I could move the boar fountain further towards the front and move the hedgehogs further back here, so they would be a little bit more together. And then I could move the picnic area, basically take up some of the hooks from this area, and then the trees and stuff would have to move, and then the skiff could come up towards the front. So I might do that. So yeah, Pomela says, neat. I thought only mariners could use Dockmasters. Yeah, but it appears to be just like those other ones. I just forgot the name, but y'all know what I'm talking about, but I'll show you real quick. Let me go to my kinship house. The stable master stands that you can get. So if you haven't seen this, let me show everybody this, because this is another really cool housing item that you can get. Actually, I think I have one. Oh, I could have just gone to my Belfast house, because I think I have one too. But I've noticed there was one at our kin house recently. Well, if it's not there, there it is. Yeah, cool. So see the Shire Stable Master stand? You can buy these in the different versions. So there's the Shire version. There's like an elf version. There's about half a dozen different versions. So you click on it, and it calls a Stable Master to you. This one happens to be a Hobbit version, and you can get Hobbit male, Hobbit female. There's an elf, and then elf male, elf female, that sort of thing. And then you can click on it, and it's like a far-ranging Stable Master. But it may have different things. I feel like she's got different things than the far-ranging Stable Master. Got the Cape of Belfalas there, Rivendell Stables. So anyways, yeah, it's super convenient to have that there. Egg Arthur says, like a hunter port. Anyone with swift travel can use the Dockmasters. Mariners can sail too without a Dockmaster, like a hunter port. So mariners get a sailing ability that's like a hunter port. Nice. Lost Shire says, those are lifesavers. I have one in all my homes, right? I don't have one in my Shire home, but to be fair, I'm rarely there. But at my Belfalas home, where is it? Here it is. Let me pop over there real quick. Yes, One Windy Lane. I thought that's such a cute name, isn't it? Because let me show you when I get there. There's a stable master, a far-ranging stable master in the Belfalas homesteads, and it's kind of far. So it's like, so my house, I'm down here in the hook, right down at the bottom, and the stable master is way over here. So I would phase in and then ride over a whole bunch just to get to the stable master, which doesn't really seem time efficient. And so I just put one here. So as soon as I run up my driveway, basically, I've also got a Shire Stable Master stand. Oh, apparently there's a cooldown that's universal. So I still need to wait 3 minutes before I could use one again, which means the other one's still standing there, which is kind of funny over at the house. So, but this is my Belfalas house, and I don't have a lot going on here because I've been basically pilfering things from my premium houses and then taking them over to my Lindleby houses. But the one thing I really do love inside here, so inside the Belfalas housing, usually the walls, as you can see as I'm coming in here, are very stark and white. But then as it's loading everything up, I've done what I can to try and make it a little bit more cozy in here, more hobbity. And so I've got carpet, nice bright blue carpet, maybe a bit much, but there we are. And we've got some banners up, and I've got that wallpaper up. That's my favorite, and of course a rainbow. And we've got this wallpaper that's got those trees in it, and then you can add a wall color to give it, some more color. So I've done that throughout the house. Oh, sorry, I've got a Christmassy one going on here, or a Yule theme. I used to have a table here, but I took it and put it somewhere else. This one we've got some kind of dark wood going with a purple carpet, and then we're back to that with the blue carpet. Oh, we got a hanging pot there. Oh, I should move that. But this is one of the coolest things about this house. Oh, I guess I've taken all the decorations out. Sorry. But it's an outdoor space in the house. So you can put outdoor items, things that used to be only available to be put in outdoor spots, and outdoor hooks can go in here. Now, they've been changing things, so a lot of times a furniture hook can be indoor or outdoor nowadays. There's a lot more flexibility, but it used to be that there wasn't that flexibility, and so I really enjoyed being able to put breakfast table, to put outdoor things in here. I'm just laughing about the breakfast table because this character in a previous incarnation just made, I don't know, like 24 breakfast tables, and then I realized they don't stack, and it took a long time for me to clear my inventory. So Aaron Barr says, sorry, was AFK for a sec. Those are in the Lotro store. The Stable Master stand that we were looking at, those are in the Lotro store. The skiff, the boat one, is not. It's special, it's new. It's available in Umbar from the quartermaster, and you have to you have to have a certain amount of reputation first with that faction, and it costs 3 housing writs. So it took a little bit longer to acquire it, which is another reason why I'm tempted to put it near the front of my yard, because if other people would like to use it, they won't necessarily know I have it if they don't see it, if it's not at the front of the yard. So I was thinking I might, move that. Hey, Sinister Keg, let's bring you to another house. This is why this house has almost nothing in it anymore, because I just keep taking everything. I'm so bad. You know what? Do we want to grab that breakfast table? I can't remember. Let's see. All right, I can't mount up in my own house. They won't let me ride a mount in my house. Oh, do I even have anything upstairs? I should look. I might. Oh, I have a door. I have the Mordor. The mysterious door, sorry. Oh, I have the Summerfest bed here. Oh, I should probably move that to another house, too. See, that's what I mean. Like, I'm never here, so I'm like, I'll just take everything. Why not? But my wall hooks are getting a little precious on the other house, so we're not going to take that. Oh, but where's that ivy that I saw? Is that starry chandelier? Oh, that is here. Okay, let's grab that. Yeah. Okay, we'll grab that. I meant to grab that ivy from downstairs and I forgot about it. We'll pop back down in a minute. That breakfast table can stay for now. I love how there's like this cool little walk across though. That's fun. I had a bunch of these candelabras. Oh, I think I got rid of them all. Let's see. Let me pop back down. So we're back by the front door. And do I still have breakfast tables? I think it was in my shared housing storage. I had a tab that was just breakfast tables at one point. It was almost the entire thing. Okay, I'm not seeing any breakfast tables in here. That's good. Because there was a lot. What do I have in the house then? What's in my house storage? Oh, the Halloween decor. Oh, that's cool. All right. I have to remember that that's there. Wonder, do I have any? So, when you have a premium house, when you open up the chest, you have two options. You can look at your shared housing storage, which is basically what's in your main, in your like original, like the original Shire homes. That's that container. Let's see. Yeah, that should go here. Anything else? No. And then the other thing you have is open house storage, which is literally just this house. So I have to be in this house in order to look in this housing storage. Let's see. Now I want to look at my shared storage, at my housing stuff. Did I have any other? No. Okay. I was just checking to see if I had any other Halloween-y stuff in here. And then Yule stuff, let's see. Yard only is in the Shire house, so that would be this one. Okay, the only thing I have that's yard only is a windmill. And it says furniture or yard or mobile yard. Dude, I wonder what it would look like in that back room. Let's go find out real quick, because that would be hilarious. So I'll probably leave all the stuff on the walls for now here, because it's kind of nice, you know? But, okay, let's take a look and see if we can put a windmill in here. Yes, we can. It's so big. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine? You're just like walking around this pretty sparse house. There's nothing going on, but the walls look nice. And then you turn the corner and you're like, holy crap. How did they get this in here? Did they build the house around the windmill? Does the windmill still do anything? I have so many questions. Why is it turning if it's inside the house? Where's the wind coming from? I'm tempted to leave it there just because it provides only questions and no answers. Yeah, right, Pomela. They had to have built the house around it. This is a very drafty house if that windmill's going that good, huh? Okay. Oh, sorry. Loshire, what did you say? You say you have an autumn apple. You have autumn apple trees in your little big house as you walk in. And my friend was blown away by that when she saw it. Oh, you know, I did something like that. I think in my Windy Lane house. I think. Oh no, maybe it was the Welfirth. Well, we'll find out. They bought a little windmill and they watered it, says Aaron Bard. And then it grew and grew and grew until it reached the ceiling. Oh crap! I went to the wrong house. Dang it! It's a 1 minute show or cooldown too. Oh dang it! That was a mistake. All right. Well, let's see. Which is faster, waiting a minute or going to the brokers? We'll find out. Oh, you know what? I wanted to grab that ivy, didn't I? So I guess I'll go do that real quick anyway. Oh, okay, cool. Loshire says more info on the expansion in the letter from Orion in the forums. He says, at this time, we are not planning to raise the level cap with the expansion. Okay, that's a good point. There will probably be a lot of info discussion stuff happening on the forums. So if you are wanting to know more about like what's going on with the letter, the player letter that just came out, let me put that back in the chat just in case there's anybody who's popped in who hasn't seen it yet. We spell it with only one set of double T's. There we go. Yeah, the producer's letter is out. And yeah, I'll bet they'll be talking about it in the forums with stuff. Okay, so let's see. I was trying to go to, what do we think? Is it at Floodside Road that I have the tree inside? I can't remember. We'll take a look. We'll take a quick look. Lashire says there's a thread on the forums about it. Awesome. That's fantastic. Good, 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 good. Yeah, right? All our questions will be like, everybody's gonna be like, I have questions. But yeah, I think I might come back and rearrange some stuff here because it'd be nice to get that skiff by the front door, wouldn't it? By the front area when you come in. Let's see, is this the house where I did it? Yeah, there we go. I have an autumnal apple tree also inside my house. I just thought that was fun. And then I've got a wreath hanging out there. And then I put like kind of a soft red fill light in here. So it just kind of has this like reddish glow on the walls that matches the tree. And yeah, I just thought that would be kind of fun. So I too have a tree in my house. And I just think that's a lot of fun. Because then people are like, wait, what? How did... Because I've actually been in houses like that where there was a tree inside the house. And I just think that's neat. Where they built a house around a tree at one point. Yeah, neat stuff. So I'm going to see if I can get to that ceiling hook. There we go. And see if I can put this pot of ivy up there. This room I'm still figuring out because I went ahead and put one of these giant Rohan tables in here to fill it up just to see, you know, what it would look like. So it's an empty banquet table, but it takes up like the whole thing, right? And I'm just not really, it's just not, I don't know, it's not there, you know what I mean? So for me, oh, Aaron Bart said I'm still fogged by all the lighting options. Totally hear you. I actually made a note to myself. I use LoTroPad, which is another plugin. And where did I put it? Possibly here. No, where is it? I don't know. On one of my tabs, I actually like wrote down which lighting I like. There it is. That Summerfest wallpaper is my favorite. And then the soft yellow and soft white fill lighting is the best for me. The ones that I like the best. So I have the fill light soft yellow in here. I have the fill light soft yellow in here. But because the wallpaper is green, it has a different look to it, which is cool. I went ahead with the campfire light orange. So it kind of has this like, it changes, which I thought was kind of cool because I thought that would match with the fireplaces and how fireplaces also kind of, you know, it's not at a constant. And so I thought that would work out nicely in that room. But yeah, almost everywhere else I've got that just plain old fill light. So, oh yeah, I was going to show you though real quick. On my Welfirth Way house also has one of these long rooms with, you know, with that fire pit hook in the middle where you can put a long table like that in that fire pit. Yeah, Loshire says, I use breakfast tables all in a row using the furniture hooks. And that's kind of where I'm leaning as well. So I think it's over on this side. Let me double check. Okay, cool. So let me show you where I think it is once it loads up. Okay, so again, I've got that same wallpaper that I love. I've got a warm room over there, which I'd love to be in right now because my hands are cold. I've done the intense white in here, which I think is too much. So at some point I'll change that out. But anyway, so this room, it's like what you're talking about. So here is the fire pit hook is like longwise going from here towards the back of the room. And I didn't like that at all either with the things. So I did the same thing as you. I used the fire pit hook has one of these breakfast tables in it, and then I used a whole bunch of the hooks that come from the side. We've got furniture hooks along the sides here, and I used a bunch of those to bring in tables. And I did have them in one long table at one point, but I thought, well, what if I turned them and made kind of like little stations almost? So I might play around with that idea. I also really like the idea of this area. It has a different feeling to it. Like it's got this, I feel like it could have something cozy going on back here, you know, or maybe a stage, which is the opposite, of course. But I don't know, because of this drop ceiling, I just feel like maybe I should put like a fire pit and some seating or something over here. And so maybe I'll redo this room so it's got like, you know, a couple of food stations out here and maybe more in like a circle or something. And then make the second part of this room something cozier. I haven't quite figured it out yet, as you can tell. The other thing is that the whole room, it shares, I'm pretty sure it shares just the one hook for the paint, for the wall and the floor and everything. So I would have to get creative with that. But on the other hand, like we've got floor tiling now that can take that floor hook that basically takes the place of the whatever's on the floor. Let me show you. I made a Yule Fest room basically here. Actually, I made two. Okay, so this is kind of like the Yule Fest room, and in this space, I have this is the floor tiling that I have placed using the floor surface hook, and then using the floor hooks like you see here, I put down these elven things that I got out of a box, the pristine elf floor. So I put those down, and you see how it just completely covers over what's going on there. And then I've got one over here for this, for my second Yule room. So I could do something like that, where I could take the floor hooks that are in here and put like a carpet or something, and use that to fill the floor in that space, and then put like a fire pit or something like that. Yeah, a little nap spot after all your Hobbit friends have eaten their fill, right? Like, it just feels like, yeah, you come in and like this is the big social eating, hanging out, you know, active space, and then you go and you lay down on the couch and grab a book, or, you know, socialize, and while you recline. Oh, you know what? This spring or anniversary, I think it's Springfest, is when they have that the Gammer furniture, like Gammer's Best Furniture. And if there's enough hooks, that might be a good place to put some of that. That might be nice. So I think I'm going to redo that. Aaron Bard asks, where did I get the pristine elf floor? Yeah, Pamela's on board with the Gammer's Best Furniture. That might be the way to go. Okay, so there's a pseudo plan. Maybe I should take notes. The legendary item reward track that's happening right now. You've got 28 days and 20 hours left. Number 25 is this incomparable coffer of the sculpture garden. And that had a huge assortment of things in it. So if you haven't gotten to that point, I would suggest definitely getting out there and working on it. Because I don't think you want to miss this one. I don't think you want to pass this one by. So what was in it, where you saw that bright, shiny floor? So there's two of those. And then did you see the kind of partially ruined floor? That's this one here. And it's like a 4x4. There's two of those. But it comes also with this giant thing, this pavilion is also in that coffer. And these statues, these elf carved statues. There's the sword version, and then there's the shield version. I'm pretty sure there were 6 of them, because there's 1, 2, 3, excuse me, and then, or maybe 5 or 5. Maybe there was only 5. I was thinking there were 6. Maybe there's only 5. So anyway, I mean, I was agog when I opened this. So yes, so the pavilion 5 statues, 4 floors, 2 ruined, 2 non-ruined. It's, yeah, it's insane. It's crazy cakes. Pomela asks, when does the season track end? 28 days and 20 hours, so it's actually on the Lotro schedule page still. So you've got time. Oh yeah, so before, also put it in the chat, thank you. Yeah, it's really neat. So definitely you'll want to work on that. Because I don't know if they'll do this one again, and I'm super stoked about it. Also, just in case you missed the scale of this is my Hobbit. So let me see, how do I turn around again? I don't remember how to turn around the camera. There we go. Yeah, that's my Hobbit. That's the statue. It's huge. And then the pavilion, I mean, it's gargantuan compared to me. It's just like, it's insane. Like, look how tall this thing is. And we get rid of the overlay. It's so beautiful though. I think it's gorgeous. Yeah, right, let me get on a mount. Before it says, just because a statue looks big next to a Hobbit doesn't mean it's a big statue. I think it's big enough. Like, I think that's a fair, it's big. It's a big statue. There's me on a mount. I'm not even half as tall as it. Yeah, I was talking about this one week during the stream because I was always on the hunt for big housing items, and I was like, yeah, those windmills, man, those are big. Those are great. Let's get a bunch of those. They'll fill up the yard. And then they came out with, you know, these stables. I was like, whoa, these stables are huge, man. They're like the best. They're so big. They take up so much of the yard. And then I was like, so there's that. There's that. And then they came out with that. And I was like, whoa. I mean, I thought this arch was big. I mean, it is, to be fair. But yeah, wow. Like, that's pretty cool. All right. Anyway. Yes, the Elvish architecture. Aaron Bear says, I love the Elvish architecture. It's very pretty. I do love the way it looks. And I've had Elvish houses before because I just love the look of it. But I prefer living in the Shire, you know, and all that. So yeah, and it depends on the size of the yard. Absolutely. Yeah, I've tried to put some of these things in a Shire yard, and it's just too much. It's just too much. So, all right. I think that will probably do it for me for today. I checked, and the Ill Omens event is scheduled to go through the 31st, which is a Wednesday, and today's the 16th, I believe. What? At 3 a.m. So we have the 23rd and the 30th. So we've got 2 more streams during which Ill Omens could happen. Hi, it's a Casper. Well, look at you. I thought you were going to come on over. All right, so I think I will be heading off. So B4 is going to come on next, and he'll be streaming and talking about his talking about plugins and talking about Lotro and Lotro with plugins and all that sort of thing. So if you have any plugin related questions, he is your guy. I want to turn this. And then I will be back next Tuesday as usual. We'll do some more Ill Omens, and then if there's anything else we want to talk about, we can totally jump in on that. Oh, Aaron Bard says Happy New Year also. So Happy New Year to everybody. If you haven't seen me, if I haven't seen you since then, I hope your new year is starting off well. And here's hopes for a good year, right? All right. So I will see you all next Tuesday. Stick around for B4 and plug in along, and I will talk to you next week. And of course, stay connected to your Hobbit side of your heart. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.